Hey guys, what's up? My name is Hope. I'm a full-time nurse and a part-time reseller. I save lives, I save clothes, I save all the things. Thumbs up for that. In today's video, you asked me questions on Instagram and I'm gonna answer them right here, right now. Let's do this. Hopefully you can't tell that I'm not wearing a bra. Today's video is gonna be long, sorry, but I'm trying to get monetized. So the longer the video, the better. You don't even have to look at me. You can just listen, okay? I'm so close. I'm so close. So please don't click off. Just keep listening to me ramble on and on. All right, so I'll start off by saying, obviously, my name is Hope. Rags to Riches is my YouTube channel name. Be very careful because there's another Rags to Riches out there, if you know what I'm saying. So be sure you're subscribed to the right one. I do videos here on YouTube, primarily hauls, basically all hauls, unboxings, that kind of stuff. I document my reselling journey here on this YouTube channel. So I make videos, I do haul videos, I unbox, yada yada. I love to thrift, I sell it online. That's where we're at. So a little bit about me. I'm 35, I have 3 kids. Yes, 3. I don't know why I'm sitting here trying to count. There's more than that. 3 kids. My oldest, Lexi, is 15, gonna be 16 in February. My middle is my only boy. His name is Jackson, and he is 13. Yes, he'll be 14 in February. And my youngest is... How old is she? Her name's Braylon, and she is, I think, 10, gonna be 11. Oh my God, I'm such a terrible mom. What month is this? What year is this? This is 2020. She was born in 2000. What year was she born? Oh my God. 9, and this is 20. She's gonna be 11 in October. Wow. They've been home for too long, homeschooling through this pandemic, and I forgot how old my kids are. I don't even know how old I am. What day is this? What year is this? Anyways, I have 3 kids. I'm obviously a terrible mother, and I've been married to my husband for 14 years. Yes, 14 years. Don't do the math on those kids. I've been a nurse for 11 years. Wow. I'm really old. I think that's it. I think that's all you need to know, right? So that's basically my life. Kids, husband, work, and reselling. There's nothing more. Okay, so that was 5 minutes long. All right. First question. I have to write everything on my handy dandy notebook because I'm filming on my phone because my wonderful camera has been broke for like 8 months. So Emily Gabbard asked, what's your favorite brand to resell and how did I get started? Okay, so that's an easy one. My favorite brand to resell is Lululemon. Not just like, not the tank tops, but the jackets, the sweaters, and the, you know, yoga, the leggings. Every time I find Lululemon, it sells between $50 to $60. And she said, how did I get started? So I went down the YouTube rabbit hole of reselling. I think I just seen on YouTube like a thrift haul or something. And then one thrift haul turned into Goodwill Outlet. That sparked my interest. That's how I found the bin pickers. Then I heard him say the word Indianapolis and I was like, girl. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they live close. So I went to the bins and lo and behold, I met them and they're lovely. I love them so much. Hi, Michelle. I know you're watching. I haven't seen them in forever, like since pre-COVID. So we're long overdue. But yeah, so I just started watching all the videos and then like reselling on Poshmark, blah, blah, blah. And I went in. I was like, oh, I'm going to do that. That's easy. It's not easy, but I'm doing it. So thank you for your question, Emily. If I answer every question like that, this video is going to be 3 hours long. Okay. Veronica, she says, hi, Veronica. Every time I hear the name Veronica, very nice. Have you ever watched Santa Claus? Veronica, very nice. That's what I think of. Anyways, she says, how do you balance your full-time job, mom life, reselling, and YouTube? I don't. I haven't posted a YouTube video in like 2 weeks. I don't know my kids' birthdays. Luckily, I'm only a full-time nurse on the weekends because I work such long shifts. And I'm surrounded by a death pile. So I really don't balance it all that well. No, I'm kidding. With YouTube, like, I so want to get monetized, and I think once I do, then I'll be like, yes, I'm gonna, you know, put out more and really focus on growing it from there. But, like, I'm really not that worried about it. Like, in my head, I'm like, you know, I really want it to grow, because I do, but I'm really not that worried about it. So if I put up a video, like, once every week, or once every week and a half, or whatever it is, then I'm like, ooh, I put up a video, yay me. I did something. With reselling, I am more apt to do more with that because I know the more money I make, the more I could go to the thrift store. So when I'm, you know, turning profit, I can just reinvest. So I'm always, even though I have a death pile, I will always have one. It will never go away, but it got smaller and now it's getting bigger after the Boston trip, but no regrets there. I think I'll always work through a death pile. Like, it'll always be there, but that's okay. I just need to, like, I'm just trying to be, like, more consistent with listing, and I'm, like, at least listing 10 things a day, and I've been doing that, and I've consistently been selling, so. Okay, thanks for your question, Veronica. Wendy, Lucky Lady 25, asked, how long have you been reselling? I sold my first item on Poshmark August 2019. So, just a smidge over a year. But I don't think I, like, really got started until around January. Like, I started going to the bins, did a few hauls back, like, August, September last year. But, like, really, like, doing it, like, trying to, like, it took me a long time to get up to 100 listings. I'd say, like, I got really serious and, like, way more into it, like, towards the end of the year, beginning of this year. But yes, August 2019 is when I took the plunge. Do your kids like thrifting too? Yes. My youngest, my boy and my girl, Jackson and Braylon, they love the bins. Like, that's the, like, Braylon's like, can we go there for my birthday? I'm like, oh, girl. They love the thrill of the hunt. Like, they're not there looking for designer clothes or anything, but they love just running around the bins and, like, digging through them to find, you know, cool toys or whatever to bring home. Braylon, so Jackson only likes really going to the bins, and sometimes Goodwill, but he doesn't like to stay for a long time. But Braylon, that girl, she's her mother's daughter. My oldest only likes to go to get stuff for her in 2 rows, and if she doesn't find anything, then she's ready to go. Typical teenager. Like, she's like, I'm gonna go wait in the car. I'm like, okay. But Braylon, she can go for hours at the bins, at the regular Goodwill. Like, she'll search through racks. Anything new with tags she brings me, like, she just knows. Good girl. Might not be the best brand, but if it's new with tags, she brings it. Like, she searches for things with tags on them. Love that kid. Dara, which is Resurrection Pill on Instagram, says, do you find that stock photos bring more or better sales? No, I think that good, clear pictures bring better sales. I think if you can clearly see the item in the photo, it doesn't have to be a stock photo. Some have said that my photos look like stock photos. That's so nice. I use a special app. It's called Photo Room. I'll link it in the description, but my next video is going to be on Photo Room, a tutorial, if you will. So I think, do I use stock photos? Yes. Because I just think sometimes I can't model. I'm just this one size. I'm not all the sizes. So sometimes I think they look, you know, they look really good and I'll use them sometimes. But most of the time I just use my own because I have the special app and the white back in my light box, which it's wonderful. So I just think clear photos, that's it. Clear, bright photos that show the actual color and the actual item. That's what helps your item sell. And good descriptions. Okay, Christy says, come to Minnesota. So my question for you is my room ready? And she says, what was your best sale? So, I've had, you know, some $100 sales. Like, I don't know. I'd have to scroll through to look. But the one that stands out, I don't sell like anything crazy high end. Like, there's no Gucci here, okay? So I haven't had anything like that sell yet. I have a bag that I'm going to list for like $350, I think. So maybe we'll see that. Maybe be my best sell eventually. But I would say it was these boots. I'll put them up here. They were a no-name to me brand, Lust for Life. But when I felt the weight of them, I knew that they were like super high quality. They were red, leather, studded, like metal studded, heavy. They only weighed like 5 pounds. I'm not even kidding. They sold for $100. I paid $5. But yeah, that is probably one of my favorite sales. Pam, which is PK_fabulous on Instagram, says, what is the label that you can't not buy? Free People. I don't know why. It sits there. It doesn't sell for a lot, but every time I see it in the thrift store, I'm like, oh, Free People, throw it in. I think it's because their stuff is so hit and miss. You know, so like I just sold a Free People thermal for $45 and another one for $35 or $40 just a couple days before. But then I sell like their palazzo pants for $18. I don't know, like it drives me nuts. But every time I see it at the thrift store, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna grab it. Then she also asked, what is #1 on your BOLO list? Rothy's. I know that sounds so silly to some, but for me, a BOLO list would be something that I know I'm gonna like eventually be able to find like around me. One day, my day is coming. I'm putting it out there. I'm gonna find the Rothy's. And I preferably hope to find them at the bins. That is one brand that I haven't found that I want to. So thanks for your question. Okay, Adrienne, she's my work 20. She's a nurse with me at the hospital. Love her. She's such a girl boss. And she's so supportive of other girl bosses. So I love you, friend. She said, whatever happened when you appealed the scammer, AKA the red wedges. So if you follow my Instagram, I put a post of some red Italian shoemaker shoes. They were brand new. Someone came in, bought them full price, didn't make an offer or anything. Then on the third day, the very last day that they had to accept the order, they opened a return case against me saying item had excessive staining on the toes. And I'm like, no, it didn't. No, it did not. Because I knew they were brand new. Like they'd only been tried on. The bottoms were perfect. I'll put a picture of them right here. But they had a red bottom, which I don't have a picture of anymore. It was a solid red bottom. Literally perfect condition. She said there's excessive staining on the toe. And I was like, no, there's no way. So it commented on the case because I can't help but not to. And I said, is there any way, Poshmark, that you could have the buyer upload more photos of the shoes, preferably the bottoms, because those don't look like the shoes that I sent. Poshmark never asked her to do this, and they approved her case as for item not as described. And I looked at my husband right then and was like, this woman is going to send me back her old nasty shoes. Sure enough, the return came. Disgusting. They were just old, nasty, beat up shoes. Same shoe, same size. And I was like, absolutely not. Like, you're not keeping my brand new shoes and sending me back your filth. So I opened a case against her saying she sent me back her used, dirty, worn shoes. These are not what I sent. Here's the proof. I had video because I haul most everything. Here's photo. And so Poshmark, they gave me my money, like they released the funds, but she got to keep the shoes. And I threw her dirty ones away. So that's what happened. She also said, what's something you're surprised is still in your closet? It's not a very like high-end brand, but this ModCloth skirt, I'll put a picture here. Like, it's so cute. Midi length, floral, cream, kind of twirly, not too dressy, very like bohemian, chic, cottagecore-esque. I've had it all kinds of prices, 31, 37, 25. It's been sitting forever. I relisted, it's still there. It has so many likes, but no one has bought it or accepted any of my offers, so it's weird. I don't know. What's something you wish you would have priced higher? Okay, that's a good one. I had this Double D ranch wear vest. I'll put it right here. These Double D ranch wear is a Bolo Double D ranch wear. So it's like this Western brand. I have no idea. It's from somewhere out west, if I might guess. It is like super, super expensive. We're talking like $400-500 for these vests. They're heavily studded. They're usually leather or wool. It's very expensive cowgirl attire. I found this at the Goodwill. They had it marked $2.99 because it was like a vest. So they consider that like a tank top. $2.99. I listed it for $75. It sold like that. And I was like, you idiot. That must have been really good. And then I go, because I was newer, like I'm still new. I'm still learning every day. But I was pretty new. Like it was one of my first big sales, like $75. I was like, oh, you know, and it still was a good flip. But when I looked, like that vest was like $400 and something. And it sold so fast, I could have easily probably got $150 for it. Shame on me. And she said, okay, Adrian had a lot of questions. She must not be able to talk to me at work. Biggest regret purchase, and is it still in your closet? Yes. So I did a Madewell online arbitrage haul. I'll link that video up here. I spent like I don't even know how much I spent. It's been so long. $300 and something, I think, buying all this Madewell, all these jeans and all these sizes, you know, coats and all the things, shoes. The only thing that I have sold are 3 pairs of pajamas, a pair of earrings, 1 pair of jeans for only $30, and 2 of the flannels. I have every pair of those white jeans that I bought in the plus size, and every pair that I bought for men's. Like they're the Madewell white distressed skinny. Like they're so cute, but I guess white jeans just don't sell. And I just wish I would have just been smarter. Like I should not have bought that many pairs. I'm still stressing out about it. But biggest regret purchase is definitely like all those jeans and some of the other things because it was so saturated. But I don't think those white jeans are going to move unless I give them away. So play me a song on your violin. Okay, Megan, which is Cash Mama Bear on Instagram. She's a church friend from when I grew up. I have known her a long time. She says, do you use special equipment? Just your phone, stock photos only? So, no, yes, and sometimes. So I don't use any special equipment except for, I guess, I have a ring light and I have a studio box, like a studio light box, which I've shown in my Instagram pictures. If you just go like scroll through, it's like a light box and I just hang my item and then I take a picture. But rarely do I even use my ring light when I'm using my light box, very rarely. I use just my phone to take pictures in square mode. I use stock photos sometimes if I can find them. Also, what is something you wish you would have known before starting out? Or did you feel like a pro from day one? I definitely did not feel like a pro from day one. I wish I would have known to take it slow. Like, don't take on too much at once, because then, especially if you have my brain, ADHD brain, then you're overwhelmed and then you just don't do anything. So take it slow. Slow ride, take it easy. You know, just take it slow. Don't go by the thrift store. It's not a good idea. Study your brands, know your brands. Luckily, I have like a photographic memory. I guess I wouldn't say photographic. I would just say, like, as soon as it's there, like if I hear it or see it, then I remember it. Isn't that weird? No wonder I can't concentrate, because my brain's too full of information. So, yeah, that's how I passed nursing school. Just kidding. Just kidding. No, but I just absorb, especially while I'm sleeping. I'll just let people's hauls play. And that's some great advice, is just watch a ton of YouTube hauls. See what they're picking up. See what they're saying about a brand, and make choices according to what you find. Okay. Oh, and I also learned that high retail value, so if it has a price tag for $400, doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be able to sell it for $200, even though that seems like a great deal. Like Theory, for instance. Really expensive. Doesn't sell for it that much very often. So, okay, Heidi, which is Resell Secrets. Hey, babe. What's the oldest item in your inventory, and if you found it today, would you buy it again? Okay, so it's this, this dress haunts me. It's the Silence and Noise bodycon dress. That's an Urban Outfitters brand. I've had it, you know, priced up, priced down, like as low as $12. I mean, I cannot give this stupid dress away at this point. The pictures are like my old school first starting out pictures. I probably need to rephotograph. I have relisted it multiple times and I just can't move it. But I've picked up several other Silence and Noise pieces and they've sold. So I think it's just the dress. I would not buy that dress again. It's gonna haunt me forever. Okay, love you, Heidi. Yvonne Mesta. Yvonne Mesta. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. What brands do you stay away from no matter how cute it is? Oh, Old Navy. That's a hard one because I've sold a lot of Old Navy actually, but I just don't. I would never pay $4, $3 for Old Navy. Like if it comes in a rescue box from ThredUp, I'll list it. Or if I find it at the bins and it's super cute, I'll get it. So I guess that's not a great answer. Lauren Conrad. A lot of her stuff sold at Kohl's and a lot of it's really cute, but it just doesn't resell for me. I've tried like 2 pieces and no bueno. So that's that. Thank you for your question. Okay, Erica at The Profit Chick. What was the hardest part about starting your YouTube channel? Starting. Getting in your head, being all in your head, comparing yourself to everyone, thinking you're not growing faster, you're not getting monetized soon enough, talking in front of a camera and like filming your intro 912 times before you actually start the video because you feel like such a dummy. That's the hardest part. But once you overcome all of that, it gets easier. It gets easier with every video. The problem for me is I go so long in between posting videos, like a week or week and a half, that I'm awkward all over again. And I just have to like warm myself up because I'm a very outgoing, friendly person. But for the first like 5 minutes when I'm in here just like setting up and trying to figure out what I'm going to say, I'm like, you know, so just starting. And then I would say don't get discouraged if it doesn't take off right away. Like I've been on and off YouTube for like 4 years. I did makeup videos, then I quit for a whole year, I lost my monetization, then I started all over with reselling, and I'm so close to that, like to being monetized now. My subscribers have went way up, which is so exciting. I'm so excited. But yeah, just start. The hardest part is starting, so hope that helped. Okay, Lexi Farrell says, where do you buy your Polymailers from? That was an easy question. Love those. You Pack and Ship. I get them at You Pack and Ship. I have like 20 something different kinds because I'm wild like that. But yeah, all different sizes, huge ones, small ones, medium ones, all the ones in all the prints. I get them at You Pack and Ship. You Pack and Ship or in Ship. I'll link it. I'll put that web address down below. I don't have any codes yet. Someday I might. And they're super cheap. Like, don't buy them on Amazon. That's a waste. Get them from You Pack and Ship. It's so much cheaper. Don't buy them on Amazon. Danielle Munoz. I don't know. Sorry, honey. Danielle, how do you find sought after items and how to check comps properly? And she also asked how to use Photo Room. But like I said, that's coming in a future video. So hold tight on that. So how to find sought after items. I don't know if there's necessarily a way to find sought after items. Like when I go into the thrift store, I don't like have a plan with me. Like, oh, I want to find this, this, and this, and this. I just go. And then while I'm there, I will look up comps, or sometimes I just go based on my gut. Like if it's really cute, if the brand is, you know, something I've heard of or sounds good, then I'll just, you know, if it's cheap enough, I'll just pick it up and hope for the best. that has not worked out some of the time. It doesn't always work out. Sometimes it's like you get home and you're like super surprised, like, yes, that was, you know, a good pickup. But I would say just watch hauls, learn brands that way, like learn what other resellers are picking up, and then go into the thrift store with that in your mind. Or just start looking through the racks, pick things up on style, obviously on brand too, but you know, I don't think there's a right answer for how to find sought after items. I think if you're gonna find them, if they're there, you're gonna find them. Does that make sense? I mean, and I think that there's been times where I know there's other people reselling in my area. I can tell. I've got the eye. And they'll look through a rack, and I've kind of been like, oh, I probably shouldn't even look through. But then I'll look through and be like, well, you left this Madewell behind. You left this, you know. So there's plenty for everybody. Just the brands will come. The longer you do it, the brands will come. And you'll always have a BOLO list, I feel like. I'll always have a BOLO list. So, and then how to check comps properly. So, for Poshmark, I go to Poshmark, and I go to, like, I'll type in whatever it is. So, we'll say Madewell high-rise jean, distressed jean. I'll just type in Madewell jeans up with the search. And then on the filter, like the little filter tab, I'll put, there's the available and then sold. So hit sold, and then you can choose recently listed or newest first. You hit newest first, sold. So that brings up the most recent solds of that type of jean. If you know the jean name, that's even better. Like the style name, I look at the tags inside of the pant, and if it says the name of it or the style number, I can look that up really quick and find the name and then put the name of the jean into Poshmark. And so I just scroll through. If the first few I see are 40, 50, 40, 50, you know, then I'm buying them. If it's 10, 12, 15, 20, I'm not buying them. I hope that makes sense. Okay, and then Mackenzie, which is McThriftsy. Hey, girl. She said, what's your favorite lesson that you've learned via reselling? Oh my gosh, I've learned so many lessons. I don't know if any of them were my favorite. So they're not my favorite, but they're like the hardest lessons I've learned is to be super careful with retail arbitrage, because it's been a no-go over here. I tried, I did not conquer. So be super careful. Do lots of research before you just go buy out Madewell's 80% off clearance sale, because it's not been good for me. I'm not saying that that's the way it works with others, but for me, it's not been so great. So I've learned a huge lesson being super careful with online arbitrage. Another lesson I have learned that is okay to have a death pile. I know that sounds crazy. For the longest time, and even up until recently, I have been like, oh my gosh, no, I shouldn't do anything. I shouldn't shop. I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do that. And because I still have stuff that's unlisted, but then a pandemic happens, right? And you have stuff. So I think from this moment forward, I'm going to be okay with having somewhat of a death pile, and not to be so hard on myself that I do have a death pile, because I get in my own head and, you know, you need to list that, you need to list that before you go and get more. Well, that's not always the truth, because there's lots of things out there that want me to buy them. And then you feel like you're missing out if you don't go. And, you know, that might have been the day I found Gucci. So I think just not getting in my head about all the things that I don't do perfectly, and just doing. Like when I just do, like when I list and take pictures and film a video, like I feel so accomplished, instead of attacking myself mentally for not doing enough or comparing myself to other resellers. I'm only in this part-time. I do it because it's fun. I love it. I love the community. I love you, Mackenzie. So yeah, it's not that deep. It really isn't. We're saving clothes from the landfill, which is awesome. So I feel like that's that is enough. We're doing that. And so when you make money doing it, that's great. But I know for some, it's like a full-time gig, and that's awesome. Like, you're the people I look up to. But for me, it's I'm doing it because I love it. So I just need to learn. I've learned, the biggest lesson I've learned is to not be so hard on myself and to just have fun and just thrift when I want to instead of instead of worrying about my death pile. Okay. Next, we are almost done here. Lori Tata, hey boo, which is also Lori's Boston Found, which everybody knows who that is, just like everyone knows who Mackenzie is, McThriftsy. Lori's Boston Found said, who's your PFF? That's all you. That is all you. You are, Lori. Duh. What is your favorite step in the reselling process besides sourcing, and your least favorite? Okay, my least favorite is steaming. Oh, gosh. But see, everything looks so good once you do it. Like, these are all, they're all done. They're all hanging here looking beautiful. And then beside me is my steamer with these current Elliott pants on here that I haven't steamed yet. Yeah, I don't like steaming because it breaks my back. So steaming is my least favorite. My favorite step is packaging, I think. Like shipping. Because yay, I sold something, and then like I love the whole like cute package thing. I'm obsessed with it, actually. It's like a sickness. I love to send out cute packages with Polymailers and stickers and my cards. Love it. So yeah, and then she says, which of your these are all from Lori. Which of your children is most likely to be a reseller in the future? That's definitely Braylon. She is a hoarder. She's a hoarder right now, so I know in the future, all the things she's hoarded, she'll be selling on Poshmark eventually. Yeah, she loves the thrift and loves to collect, so definitely her. And she's the one who takes the most interest in what I'm doing. Like, what'd you get from ThredUp? What's in that box? Can I try those shoes on? Yeah, she is her mother's child. Jessica, which is Jessica Brandstetter, she has a YouTube channel. Hey Jess, she lives by me, so we're gonna go to the bins one day together, but not right now. Because I just ordered 100 pounds bulk box from ThredUp. I can't wait for that video. Jess asked, what were the differences between thrifting in Boston and Indiana? So if you don't know, now you know. I went to Boston, seen my good Judy Lori in Boston, and we went thrifting. We went hard. And so yeah, I'll link that video up here. We did a video together, and then I did a haul, and so did she after I left. But yeah, so I went to Boston on a thrifting adventure. So the major difference is Boston is where it's at. Like, one good brand after another. Things I've never found. Really expensive things. I found Rag & Bone shoes. I found Prada, which Rag & Bone isn't like the best brand, but like these shoes are like $500 loafers, so they're so good. Like, one good brand after another. Like, here, it's more like American Eagle, Loft, Maurice's, Loft. Oh my gosh, Rag & Bone. You know, like, I bet, like, you gotta look through a lot more to find the good, to find the one good, you know. It's, sometimes I go to my thrift store and come out with a whole cart, like, ooh, but a lot of times I do pick up American Eagle if it's really cute, because it sells. I just sold a pair of jeans for 30 bucks. Boho Artist Flair. So yeah, I do pick up a lot of that, but like Anthropologie, I find a lot of that here. It's, there was a lot of that there, but like other brands that you don't think of. So brands, way more abundant there, like, but prices here are way less. Like I said, max $6.99 here, and we have the Goodwill outlet super close, and that's $1.29 a pound, so it's way cheaper. But you gotta think, cost of living here is way less. I mean, it's totally different. So you can't really, that's hard to compare. Like, it's like comparing apples to oranges. Boston is Boston, and those are the prices that correlate with their cost of living, cost of earnings, etc. Indiana is Indiana, and it's cheap here. So yeah, but would I go back to Boston and thrift again? Yeah, I'm already planning my next trip. Okay, Dresden Avenue, which is Margaret. She says she has a YouTube channel, Dresden Avenue. She's a new YouTube channel. Aw. Hi, Margaret. I'll link everyone who has a YouTube channel down below, but I might forget, so I'm going to try really hard. She says, what shows are you currently binging? That was the only like personal question I got. Everything else was reseller related, so that's a good one. Unfortunately, I binged all the shows there are to binge. Yeah, I haven't watched TV in so long. I literally just binge watch YouTube. Reseller videos, YouTube, and I binge listen to podcasts and true crime documentaries, and like Mile Higher podcast with Kendall Ray. I'm obsessed. Any kind of podcast that's like murder or mystery, I'm into it. So that's what I do. I listen to those. I don't have time to watch TV really. Like that's like the only TV I really watch is if my husband and I want to watch a movie, then we'll watch a movie. But all the good shows like the Ozarks and all that, I've already watched on Netflix, because once I start, I can't quit. So I have no good ones to watch right now. But I've watched Stranger Things, you know, all those. All the ones that everyone has watched, I've watched. Okay, Jenny, we may have a video coming out together soon. She has a YouTube channel. I love Jen. She's so much fun. Highest profiting sale and how do I balance it all? So we already talked about highest profiting, or how I balance it all. And I'd say my highest profiting sale is every time I sell something for $100 and it only costs $5. So that's usually about what, those are like, I get excited for $100 sales, $75 sales. So yeah, that's it. Probably those boots, that vest. I had a leaf starter jacket. It was all alpaca. I sold that for $80. I've had a lot of $75 to $100, $50 to $100 sales. So I don't know. I've not had anything over $100. Not yet, but it's coming. It's coming. And how do I balance it all, girl? You know I don't. You know I don't. I just take it day by day by day by day. Okay, this video is so long. Thank you everyone for your questions. If you have more questions, maybe I can do another Q&A. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and I might do a Q&A in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you haven't heard the news, guess what? Your girl right here is speaking at Posh Fest 2020 this year. In just a few weeks, actually. Yeah. Crazy, right? Crazy. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous. But I'm going to be doing I'm on day 2 on a panel about inventory management systems. You know, how I manage all of this. And I manage it in bins and pens and paper. Super easy, but my system is rock solid and I haven't lost anything yet. But I only have like, 675 active listings. So it's not that hard to keep track of, right? I use a pen and paper. And a great alphabetical system. But anyways, I'm going to do that in another video too before Posh Fest. So I've showed you guys my inventory tour, my office tour, and my reseller room tour. I'll link those videos somewhere. So if you haven't seen those and you want to watch them, go ahead. But then I'm going to do an updated video, my process, before Posh Fest. So yeah! Can you believe that I'm speaking at Posh Fest? I'm so nervous. Okay, I'm gonna go now. That's the big announcement. Thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.